I told you that someone has the decision to make if you were going to live or die? What if I told you that someone is choosing whether you'll be able to open your eyes and breathe alive, or whether your eyes will be closed forever and shut away in the darkness? What if I told you that you had no say in this and could do nothing about it? Millions of innocent children are in that battle of life and death right now as we speak. That someone is the mother and the choice is abortion. An abortion is the termination of a pregnancy by the removal or expulsion of the embryo or fetus from the uterus, resulting in or caused by its death. Every year in the world, a surfeit of women undergo an abortion. An estimated of 50 million abortions occur every year, which means approximately 125,000 every day. All those lives just vanished in a matter of a few seconds. All that potential is gone. All the hope and future is gone. A lot of you think that abortion isn't really killing someone because it isn't a human being yet. Why? It is scientifically proven that life begins at conception. But many spuriously think that this belief is based on religious dogma, a scripture passage somewhere, or a stubborn need to tell women what to do with their bodies. Science has quite clearly and decidedly proven that human life begins at the moment sperm and ovum meet and form an entirely new, self-directing, living organism of the human species with its own individual DNA, distinct from both mother and father. Some try and introduce a separate distinction and question of personhood. Aside from this usually being a convoluted way to try and create classes of human beings, it doesn't hold up to any logical scrutiny. In the excellent book entitled Embryo, it is written that is, in human reproduction, when sperm joins ovum, these two individual cells cease to be and their union generates a new and distinct organism. This organism is a whole, though in the beginning developmentally immature, member of the human species. So let me ask you, who are you to deprive this human being of their life? Who are you to take a life that does not belong to you? This is also a sin. Not just any sin, it is a lurid sin. The only one that can make this decision of taking life is the creator of this universe, which is God himself. Only he solely has the right, no one else. After all, he is the one who writes our destinies. He is the ultimate master of all. The word fetus itself comes from the Latin word meaning young one or young child. Some babies take birth at only 5 months. Is this baby not human? Yet 5-month-old fetuses are being aborted constantly without even giving it a simple thought. Or do we only call them human when they're wanted, when they're incumbent? You might think that since abortion is legal, it's meaningless. If an action is unjust, it needs to be illegal. This particular law has a tremendous impact in our lives, in our society. Over 42 million abortions are taking place worldwide, and just this year, over 2 million. I'd say that's a huge impact. No matter what rights the mother has, it does not deny the rights of the fetus, the rights that were never even permitted to the child. The mother may have even had a choice of not having unprotected sex, or as we see in television that teenagers are getting pregnant. They shouldn't even be having sex. With our actions come responsibility. It is cowardly for you to infringe upon someone else's rights just to avoid your responsibility. At this point, the question may have arisen. What if the mother didn't choose to have sex? What if she was raped? According to the facts, only 1% of all the abortions are hard case categories. This includes rape, incest, and the life of the mother being in danger. 1%. That hardly justifies the disturbing amount of abortions that take place. This fills my heart with a lividly fire. Not to mention the negative effects of abortion, it can result in a cerebral palsy caused by the lack of oxygen while the baby is trying to survive. Should a delicate fetus have to endure such an inimical battle? Let me tell you an anecdote that I found completely abhorring. I remember reading somewhere a quote from a doctor. He said, "I have aborted over 1 million babies, and I consider it my passion." I tell you these things because we are in an interesting battle, whether we realize it or not. In this world, it is a battle between life and death. What side are you on? I cogently promulgate that this is an atrocious sin. It is sadistic. the Lord will never forgive you. It leaves no difference between you and a demon. What kind of a churlish mother puts her child through this interminable pain? I can guarantee that it will steadily haunt you. I couldn't live with myself knowing that I saved the life of an innocent child. A child is supposed to be the symbol of love, but in this case it has become a burden on top of the unwanted. And what arrogance, what absolute arrogance, and it has been an argument for so long in this human place that we live, that the stronger should dominate the weaker, to determine who lives or dies. The arrogance of that. Don't you realize that you cannot make your own heart beat? Don't you realize that all the power you think you possess, you really possess none of it? It is the mercy of God that sustains you, even when you hate Him. I entreat you to grasp in your mind after the speech the word justice. What does it mean to you? I hope that this all made sense. I hope that you will rise along with me to take a stand for this injustice. God bless and keep you.